Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast.
This is a show dedicated to helping you become a better organist.
We're your hosts, Vidas
And Aušra Motuzaraitė Pinkevičienė.
We have over 25 years of experience of playing the organ.
And we've been teaching thousands of organists online from 89 countries since 2011.
So now let's jump in and get started with the podcast for today.
We hope you'll enjoy it.
Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 581 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Amir, and he is taking our Secrets of Organ Playing course called Sight Reading Master Course. And he writes, "Thanks very much, Vidas. This should be a very interesting as a pedal exercise technique." And I wrote to him, "You're right, Amir. Almost everything that can be played by hand can be played by the feet too. In fact, the feet often can be regarded as the third hand in organ playing." I should give you a little bit context about this question. Amir is studying the sight reading course over maybe 17 or 18 weeks now, and sometimes he sends questions about it, and sometimes he struggles with things when he has to count rhythms. But this particular question, I wrote it to him that he can actually transform any type of keyboard exercise into a pedal exercise too. Do you think, Aušra, that could be applied in organ playing, let's say, in the Baroque period?
Yes, I think it's possible.
If you take Trio Sonata by Bach and you play a manual part, but not with your hand, but with your feet.
Well, it would be really hard. It's possible, but it would be really hard.
Or a two-part invention. You could play one part with your hand and another part with your feet, and then switch.
Well, you could do all kind of tricks. Because even, there is one chorale from the Schubler's collection, where you can play the same voice either with feet or with left hand. So it's up to you.
I think sometimes it's good to experiment with those techniques of placing any particular voice in pedals, let's say, because organists back in the day used to play chorale preludes or variations interchangeably, used to place chorale tune either in the soprano, alto, tenor or bass, and be able to play the bass not with the pedals, but let's say with their left hand. This is simple, right? But sometimes they do the opposite. Let's say play the tenor voice with their feet.
Yes, you can use 4-foot stop and it would work just fine. Or you can do the same, to put 16-foot stop for your left hand, for example, and it will sound like you are playing it on the pedal.
Have you tried it yourself?
Yes, I have tried it.
Was it difficult for you at first?
Well, no, it was different. You have to get used to it.
For me, it was a challenge because when you are not used to doing this kind of trick at first, you mix up your left hand with the pedals, and your left hand wants to read the lowest stave.
True, and another problem that you might encounter if you're playing, let's say, cantus firmus with your feet, it often has the trills at the end of a phrase. So you have to trill with your feet, so it's not very comfortable, but it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Like in one of the Schubler's chorales, the last one, they have trills in the cantus firmus, which is played by the feet.
Yes, but you could also do, another arrangement. You could play the left hand with your feet and, to play the choral melody with your
Left hand.
left hand.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen 2 versions of this chorale. And actually, I think I have played them both.
Uh-huh. Which one do you prefer?
Well, probably I would do that, fast part with the feet. It's easier for me. It seems maybe very scary because you have so many notes when the pedal board, but that way you don't have to trill with your feet. So basically, if you do this version, then it's more like Vachetav.
And Vachetav also can have 2 versions.
Sure, definitely, because we are sort of similar in texture.
This is BWV 645, and in one version you have cantus firmus, chorale melody, in the tenor played by the left hand, and the bass line with the feet. But in another version you switch parts, you flip parts, basically playing the bass part with your left hand and the tenor line with your feet, or with the trumpet registration maybe.
Yeah, so it's just another possibility, So try and explore it and see if you like it.
Again, it's a challenge sometimes at the beginning, because you're not used to this kind of disposition. But it only takes a few of the chorales to be played this way when you free your mind from previous preconceptions, and then simply sight read or practice in any other way you want, right?
Sure.
That's a good brain exercise.
It is.
Like solving musical Sudoku. Do you like Sudoku?
Yes, I used to do quite a lot of them, not now. Don't have so much time.
And what has taken up most of your time today?
Well, basically recording organ and grading my students' assignments, distance education, so-called.
Mm-hmm. Do you prefer playing organ and recording to grading papers?
Well, playing organ is fun. Recording is not so much fun because sometimes it gets frustrating and stressful.
But what I like about playing organ and recording is that when I record, it's like a finished product, finished result, and you can be a little bit, satisfied and be a little bit proud of what you did today. You said that basically you achieved something. When you practice, you don't know if your level is suitable for recording. But when you sit down and force yourself to play the piece without mistakes during certain number of takes, I know it's difficult and time consuming and sometimes stressful when you make a mistake in a penultimate measure and you have to start all over again. But it's fun when you have the result.
Sure. It's good exercise for your concentration too. So it's worth doing it, at least trying to do it.
So guys, lots of different ideas to think about, not only about playing with your feet, what can be played with the hands and vice versa, but also about practicing and recording your own organ music, and sometimes even sharing with the world. That's another skill set that we can talk about later. Thanks guys for listening, for sending your wonderful questions. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
Miracles happen.
This podcast is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online.
It has hundreds of courses, coaching, and practice materials for every area of organ playing. Thousands of instructional videos and PDFs. You will not find more value anywhere else online.
Total Organist helps you to master any piece, perfect your technique, develop your sight reading skills, and improvise or compose your own music, and much, much more.
Sign up and begin your training today at organduo.lt and click on Total Organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
If you like our organ music, you can also support us on Patreon and get free CDs.
Find out more at patreon.com/secrets of organ playing.